Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sinnycool, and this is Gems of War. And today we're going to be going over the Journey event. Teams, high, mid, and low. And then we'll do the weekly preview, which involves Underspire and PvP and all that good stuff. So, gotta get going because I'm late. It was a combination today. I'm late every day, so excuses. Gotta do better though. Wanted to get some sleep. And then the computer was still asleep. You know. I just gotta take that into account every day. Like, it might take an hour to get my stupid laptop to work. So I need to start working on it at like 8:30 instead of 9. I got a thumbnail though. That was another thing. It took a minute. Canva just didn't want to load. It kept on having errors. And it was probably this laptop. I need to start saving up money so I can get a new one. It's like everything. My controller has drift in it. The only good thing I have is the headset, I guess, and it's even... Anyway, shut up. Here, let's do this. Thumbnail. Playlists. Bang, bang. Done. Go down. No, I'm not a robot or whatever. I wish I was a robot. Then I wouldn't care about stuff. I wish I was a robot. Alright, I think I got everything there. Okay, let's jump into the chat. What up, Anita? How's it going? I'm just all of a sudden starting whenever I want, you know? You know how it goes. I was shooting for 9:30. Ended up being like 9:50. Guess that's not horrible, but... Anyway. Oh, no. Yeah, I feel you on that. Everything's trying to quit on me. I feel you. Except for I'll just use something until it's impossible to use anymore. Like, I don't know an example. If your shoes are falling apart and you glue them back together, that's what I would do. Yeah, they're going on strike. I don't know if it's this room is just so hot, or I just buy the cheapest stuff and it goes out quicker, or... It's probably a combination of the both. And I use it every day. Like, I'm overusing... I mean, you use your computer every day, though. I mean, but I do use it, like, all day for multiple things. And then, I don't know. Like, if you buy the cheapest things and then you run them all day and all night, probably not the best idea. It'd be like buying cheap shoes and then running a marathon every day. Okay, setting stuff up here, sorry. I think that's good. Okay, I'm in live chat, got it. Boom. Alright, let's get off to the races. We gotta make up some time here. Mist of Scales, Journey to Mist of Scales. Naga plus Brown, use these troops in battles. I should probably put in a chapter. Before I do that, we'll say Journey. And we'll say about the 4-minute mark. That's not bad. Did you guys get everything done last week? I got most of my stuff done, I think. I did, yeah. Mark's here. Anita says I will too, but started with not loading up, and now people can call me and they can hear me, but I can't hear them. Hey, that's the point of where it doesn't work anymore. That's what I'm saying. If I could like reset it or something and then it would work, I'd probably do that, but... Yeah, once it stops working, it's time to get a new one, I guess. Alright, so Mist of Scales, Journey to Mist of Scales. Naga plus Brown, use these troops in battles. Event Captain Slitherling has ×2 magic. Trait gives ×2 to ×3 score in this event only. So Journey event, you have to use the Pathfinder. They'll give it to you in the shop. Be right here. You want to at least buy up to the weapon so we can start there. Efley's here, good to see ya. Like, it's been a few days. I don't keep track or anything. I don't have a whiteboard where I write y'all's names and then, like, if you came to the stream or not. I don't have that. Shh. Livewire, where are you? No, I'm just kidding. I don't have that. But it's just, you know, we stream every day, so... Serpent's Tooth is the weapon. 14 yellow-brown. Send a Mirage. Or no, it's not. 14 yellow-brown. Deal Damage to an enemy, boosted by brown allies and Naga allies. So usually those aren't very good. I wouldn't concentrate on that weapon very much. You don't want to use that thing. Alright, now we gotta get our journey troop fully, and we gotta decide do we want multiple copies of it or not. I kinda want to look at the restriction first and see how tough it's gonna be, to see if I want multiple copies. I usually pick the higher miles here. I don't know if it matters too much about that. You might not worry about it too much, but if you want to like make sure you're not doing anything wrong, just pick the higher miles. And we got Slitherling. I'm probably just going to upgrade it with orbs and whatnot because I'm a high-level bougie ding-dong. So let's just do this first. Come on. Let's go. And it needs to be ascended, and I might want multiple copies, so I'm just going to use little blue orbs. If you can't do this, then just be careful and make sure, like, decide beforehand if you want multiple copies of the Journey Troop, or if you just want one fully ascended. They're not as good as they used to be, so you might just want one fully ascended. Probably should have done that first, and then this. Because now I'm doing it twice. But Chad with the 2, Anita with the gifted. Went to Zing 14. Running out there, popping the hood, checking the oil. Butt crack is showing. Rag in your back pocket. Suspenders, all that stuff. Alright, so we got the Slitherling. We have to use that, so we throw it over there. Let's check. What do we got? We got Mambasira, Medusa, Salamandria, Emperor Nazara. Could use multiple Slitherlings, and that is it. Wow. 12 troops. So beginners are going to have a lot of trouble. Unless you're throwing event keys. Where's Takshaka? What is this? A Naga? Oh, it's a Naga. So I'm probably going to... Explode all burning gems, deal true damage to the first 2 enemies, boosted by burning gems destroyed. I mean, it looks like a Mambasira, unfortunately. I mean, this is what she's... This and, like, world events is where you would use her. And she's not ideal, but... You know? Okay, so we got kind of 2 damage dealers. What do we got for weapons? Just brown weapons. So you could use the wand. Or you could use the doomed... shovel. The Doom Spade. The only problem with that is are all the enemies going to be brown? I don't know. I might use that for a lower rarity team. Let's use the wand for the higher rarity team, and then we'll use the shovel for maybe a lower... That way it's a little bit different. We just need one more. I feel like we have a lot of the damage covered. But we also have the wand, which is just an amazing mana generator, so... We got here... Summon extra turn. Yeah, this is horrible, like a... Very small restriction. I have all the troops, too. This is all the troops, like, pretty sure. Oh, I am missing Were Snake. I gotta go get her. I forgot about that. Deal damage to 2 random enemies and poison them. There's a 30% chance to transform into a basilisk. Maybe we should go get that. I'm thinking Salamandria for this high-level team. If I have access to everything in the game. What does this guy do again? Might be for the lower level. I'm gonna go with Salamandria for the higher level. And early on, I'm gonna throw this on the bottom just to have it on the team. I think I would do something like that. This is like early fast, not, you know, high level, early fast, kinda. Alright, banner, we got 3 green, we got 3 purple, we got 3 brown. We got 4 brown, so brown's a good choice. We have green, purple, brown, red. Missing like yellow and blue, so we can minus a yellow and blue. There's blue. Yeah, that'll probably work. Rat banner. Then class. I mean, we have all brown, so I'm going to go Titan. Let's get a brown storm going. Alright, am I doing anything wrong here? Sometimes I'm stinking thinking this early. But we're using the journey troop. It's fully and then we just have our, you know, 3-man team here and throw it on the end. I think we go to battle. What's for dinner? Efley's here. It has been. We'll be moving this summer. Things are a little busy right now. I mean, I wish I was moving. I don't know. I should probably be doing that right now instead of this, but I don't know. This is my thing that I do every day. Oh, let's do Mambasira. She should make it pretty quick early on. I just don't know how this is going to fare later. And that's always the problem with the Monday video where I'm starting from scratch on the very first battle. Like, even if I used all my sigils today, I probably wouldn't be able to experience what it's going to be like on a Sunday or a Saturday for, you know, the first place player in the guild. And you might have to, like, this is a good idea early, but I don't know if it's going to be, like, all the way through. I can't predict the future, I can try. I don't see why not. Like, the wand is so good, and you could get up... We got 2 really hard-hitting troops, and then we got the journey troop, like... Should be alright. For most people. Like, if you really need one, you could... Like, Emperor Nazara, like, if you start losing troops, I think it has a summon on it, so you could take out Salamandria and put on Emperor Nazara, or whatever her name is. You kind of gotta learn how to adjust on the fly. You're going to want a fast team early and then like a more scalable, competent team later. Like, you almost always have to do that. It's hard to come up with the Sunday team on a Monday. Like, I'm sure you understand. And brown and yellow. We got purple. We have... You know, playing that new account really makes you better at your main account. Because I'm really looking for matches. Like I'm on a new account where I need to. My eyes are really darting all over the board like I'm playing a new account. They almost always do, but like a little bit extra. Mark says, I think I'll go for my first Underspire completion this week since I can use triple Takshakas. That's a good idea. Yeah, whenever there's an easier Underspire, that would be a good time to try to get it done. If you're not normally getting them all done. It's kind of like when there's an easy faction on a weekend. If you got, like, Deep Hive on the weekend, like, that'd be a good one to try for your first 500. Deathless and all that. Or if there's an easy epic trial, maybe it's a certain kingdom that has... They made good choices, and... Let's do this hard battle, then we'll switch to a lower rarity team for mid-level players. Mrs. Insane Witch is here. Stuffed tomatoes with meat and pasta salad. That does sound good. I don't think I've ever had stuffed tomatoes. I've had stuffed peppers. But stuffed tomatoes sounds good to me. I would eat that. Just cast your wand till stuff gets up. Boom, boom, boom. Mark with the 2. Running out there with Anita and Chad. They were fumble farting with his suspenders, and Mark helped out. Alright, so there's a high-level team you could use early if you have access to everything. That's that one. Wand of Stars, Mabasira, Salamandria, Slitherling, Titan class. Banner is double brown, green, minus blue. And if I was trying to think ahead to Sunday, I would maybe take out Salamandria, put in that Emperor Nazara if you start losing troops. You might move the team around a little bit too at that point. Like the order. But we'll see. Alright, let's try to make a mid-level team, so no mythics. This is going to be hard. Like, I might not be able to make 3 teams. It might just be 2. So we have to take both of those off. I said I would not use that. So let's go with the Doom Spade. It's a good start. Alright, yeah. Summon a Kobold. Convert all yellow gems to red. Deal scatter damage. Explode 2 gems. Kind of like this guy. That is it. Jeez Louise. Might have to go with 2 Slitherlings. I don't know if that's considered a... it's a mid-level, so I feel like you could get 2 Journey Troops. Maybe not in the... I don't know. This might have to be both. Mid and low. Because what else are we going to do? There's no way we can... It's not like we're not using a Legendary. I mean, we could. If you start losing troops, this is the ticket. This troop right here. Oh, yeah, I got to go get the Glory Shop troop, too. Hold on. Because that might be good. Let's get the Spoils of War so I don't forget. It's always good. 10 event keys. Let's get Weresnake. Because she does damage to 2 random enemies. She could transform into a Basilisk, which Basilisk is decent, if I remember correctly. Guild. Journey. 35 miles. Edit team. Is she an option? Yep, she is. Cool. We might use her. And then maybe that Satori Gladius dude. So, Glory Shop troop. Might throw... Deal damage to 2 random enemies and poison them. Could transform into Basilisk. I can't remember what Basilisk does, but I know it's decent. Alright, we still have all brown. And then... let's check our banner out. Minus blue is still fine. Green would be fine. So Rat Banner works for both teams. Titan works for both teams as well. Doomspade works because we have all brown troops. And we got a little bit of a loopy thing. You might not even cast those 2 bottom troops. You could probably go pretty far with just the Doomspade and the Slitherling. But let me put a chapter in before we run this battle. And this will be the mid and low. Because there's not that many options. Journey, mid. We got 1845. Okay. So here's the mid-level team. I'm not allowed to use any mythics or anything like that, so we're going Doom Spade, the Journey Troop, Weresnake, the Glory Shop Troop, and then Satori Gladius to round out the team there. So let's see how this goes. Making them up from scratch on live stream. Not just popping up with them all of a sudden. We didn't loop there. It's going to depend on the enemy and how many brown they have. Let's see how this does. Hey, looped. I think your better option if you have both of them is the Spade most of the time. But... probably depends on how many brown enemies there are, like I said. I wonder how hard this hits. It's a summon. So yeah, this would be my mid-low team. If you don't have any Mamba Sierra business or Salamandria. Lester's Bananas here. He's 69th in chat and 69th in your hearts. Banana Man. You're building a house? That would be fun. I'm just looking for a freaking rental. I think that's the hardest thing to do right now. I mean, building a house would be super hard. I'm not saying that's not hard. That's probably harder, but For some reason, it feels like finding a rental is harder than finding, like, a house to buy. It's just my experience so far, looking for almost a year now. Like an idiot. It's like rentals are through the roof, to where it's almost dumb to rent. You might as well go buy. And I don't know when we're just going to buckle down and go and see a lender. It's almost that time, because we're running out of options. Let's see if we can transform into a basilisk. I want to see what that's like. Oops, we had an extra turn there, dummy. Got too excited about transforming. Anyway, I don't think this is as hard as we thought it was going to be, but it's also not easy. It's kind of a mid. We'll see later on, though. You're never going to be able to tell until we're deeper in. Let's run one more battle with this team. Ground beef and onion and... Ooh. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough, Chad, in that there's not very many options. I agree with that. If you don't have... Like, I could see a person that doesn't have Mabasira or Salamandria, and you're probably doing everything right, because why would you go after those two? If you've been playing the game, like, correctly, you probably don't have Mabasira and Salamandria. So, I guess, hey, check out the team on the screen. They're not using either one. This troop's available right now. This one was available very recently. You should have it. And this one is the Journey troop. So 3 of these we got very recently or right now. So I'm thinking most people should have this team. How do we not kill that? There we go. So that's my recommendation. 2 teams there. If you want to follow along throughout the week, we will be playing Journey more. What do we have this week? And we have like a faction event, I think. Fell Roost. So I'll try to remember to play some more Journey on one of the days. Maybe Friday. Maybe Saturday. Friday, Saturday, something like that. One of those 2 days I'll try to remember to play some more deeper Journey. So we can see where we're at with these teams. Sauna's here. Thank you for the gifted. Went to Lester's Banana. Nice. You gifted a banana. A lot of us would like to gift a banana. No, I'm just kidding. You dirty old man perv. Yeah, we got some train business going on. I need to do better with that. Today I'm late and in a hurry, though, so that's my excuse. We did the running out there part. Okay, so we're going to do the weekly preview now. And you know how that goes. We'll run through it as quickly as possible. Let me put a chapter in. Weekly preview slash... I think I do that every time. SOULFORGE. 2415. Save. Like, Mississippi is off on Mondays now, y'all. My busiest day of the week. I'm a snake. New epic troop wear snake. Get this troop with glory from the rewards tab of the shop. Journey. Help your guild travel to a new kingdom. Build a team from a troop type Naga. Invade every day. We have 2 teams. We just did them. There's chapters. Go check it out, please. Summer Imp, a seasonal imp has returned. Catch it before it leaves the chest. That's like a collection purposes thing. None of those imps are very good, but they only come around during their season. So the Summer Imp is available right now. You know, before that it was probably the Spring Imp or the Valentine one. I don't know. Probably the Spring Imp. Week of Mist of Scales. All Mist of Scales troops gain 10% to skills. What up, Rain Man? Week of Naga. All Naga gain 10% to their skills. Bonus trait stones. If you use the Were Snake in PvP, you'll get a bonus trait stone. Let's check out the SOULFORGE. I kind of already peeked at it, as you can see by the thumbnail. Who do we got? What mythics? We got Tian Yi. We have Flame of Anu. We have Scourge of Honor. We have Kalika. The best one is definitely Scourge of Honor. Top 20-ish. He's one of those, like, Phonicias. Hits really hard. Good at clearing stuff out quickly. He's like a guard's avatar, Phoenicia, Scourge of Honor. They're like in the teens somewhere. They're not top 10s, but they're in the teens. If you don't count like all the dragons and 3 Iron Hawks, if you just, you know, if you do that, then they're probably in the teens somewhere. So not a top 10, but still really good. 22 green, red, brown, Cinemirage, Daemon Wildfolk. Deal true damage to all enemies. Gain 2 mana back for each cursed or diseased enemy. And you get to curse and disease a random enemy matching 4 or more gems. And explode a green gem at the start of battle. So he's almost always going to do that, gain 2 mana back for each cursed or diseased enemy. So not bad. Could get what? What's that, 8 mana? 8 mana back. And he hits really hard true damage. He's definitely a top 3 true damage in the game. He might be the hardest hitting true damage in the game. Like, there's other ones like Tesla and Queen Beatrix that are really, really, really good. And, you know, like, Queen Beatrix has a chance to loop and get an extra turn. Tesla can get boosted way easier, so I don't know if he's like the best true damage in the game. He's probably not, but he's like top 3 true damage. So pretty good, top 20-ish. What would be next? We got Tian Yi, we got Flame of Anu, and we got Kalika. Kalika's kind of like a Mamba Sira. It just throws out damage and that's it. So nothing too good about that. Pretty average. Flame of Anu and Tian Yi. Pretty similar. They're both just kind of above average to average. Yikes. I guess I'll say Flame of Anu. 24 blue, red, yellow, Leonis Empire, Divine Beast. Deal damage to the first 2 enemies, boosted by burning and fairy fired enemies. And then you burn and fairy fire a random enemy with matching 4 or more gems. They're probably like pretty much tied. Tian Yi, 20, blue, red, yellow, Shintang, Wildfolk Mystic. Deal heavy splash damage to an enemy. I think what that means, somebody asked me that the other day. I think heavy means like you hit something and then it does like 75% of the damage splashing out. And then if it's just regular splash damage, you hit an enemy and then you do 50% of the damage splashed out. And then if it's light splash damage, you do damage to an enemy, it does like 25% of the damage splashed out. So somebody asked that the other day and I was struggling to remember what it was. And I think that's it. It's something like that. It was a really good question, and I had a really terrible answer. When you get to summon 1 to 3 monkey disciples. Steal 2 magic from the first enemy at the start of my turn. 20% chance to dodge skull damage. And then the worst mythic this week is Kalika. Because all it does is throw out damage pretty much, I think. 24, blue, green, red, Nexus, Elemental Mystic. Deal damage to 4 random enemies boosted by Elemental Stars. 50% chance to create an Elemental Star at the start of my turn, and 25% spell reduction. Not as bad as I remember it, but still pretty average to above average. The Tian Yi, Flame of Anu, and Kalika are all right there together. I would struggle to put them in order. They're all like just that above average area. You said in Journey, the troop threw Takshaka and opponent team almost had it with this event. Oh no. Alright, let's look at the legendaries now. We got Orion, we have Behemoth, a couple old ones. We got Queen Grapplepot and Smashed Mouth. These are all pretty terrible. Like nothing you're really looking for. I don't know, y'all. They're not good. So, Queen Grapplepot's probably the best. 17 green, yellow, Zacian, Goblin. Deal damage to all enemies boosted by ally and enemy goblins. Gain an extra turn. Then you got Smashed Mouth. 14 green, red, Zacian, Goblin, Giant. Deal damage to an enemy and knock them to the back. Drain 7 mana from all enemies below them. Gain an extra turn. Bleed and silence the first enemy when I deal skull damage. 25% skull reduction. So that's the order. Orion and Behemoth. Behemoth deals damage to all enemies. Destroy 12 gems. And then Orion, deal a range of damage to an enemy and hunters mark them and gain 5 magic. 75% chance to ignore armor with skull damage. So he was kind of like the first Lord of Slaughter, but, you know, you don't really see him. He doesn't get used very often. So that's that. Scourge of Honor is the best thing you could craft. As far as weapons go, you can get this thing in the Journey event right now, so probably not getting it here. But if you have to, I guess you have to. It's not good, though. Doomed Loop, Doomed Plunger. Mirror Shield. Not good. Medusa's Ring. Not good. Scaleguard Protector explodes red gems and grants a random status effect to all Naga allies, then summons a Naga troop. That's okay. Dagger of Scales is not good. Medusa's Tome deals damage to an enemy boosted by Mist of Scales allies and creates a mix of blue and red gems for each Mist of Scales ally. Cobra's Curse does the same thing, but Naga allies, red and green. And yeah, just a bunch of collection purposes items. If you wanted to, if I had to choose one for you to craft, it would probably be Scaleguard Protector. It's an explodey for Naga. And that is the SOULFORGE. Yeah, hit that like button, please. Appreciate it. Grab our tribute. Okay, so we did the SOULFORGE. Next would be the Glory Shop and all that business. So let me put a chapter in for this. $32.30. And we'll put 45. Alright, so about to go over everything. The Glory Shop, the event key drop table, the Traitstone, everything else going on this week, the campaign. We're going to knock all that out right now. Yeah, we could. Let's check out the summoning stones real quick, yeah. Even though, the more I think about it, if you can't get Leprechaun, it is nice to look in the summoning stones, but you could go get Trickster and Harpy Mage. But you do have to open the Underworld, and that does take until like level 75 or so. So, until then, yeah, you could look at the SOULFORGE. The summoning stones. You never know. Alright, blue. Dwarven Gate's okay. Green. Nothing really there. Nothing. Eh. I mean, if you need a Goblin super bad for your Goblin team, maybe Goblin Shaman. Early. Alright, so, Weresnake, let's go. We got 12, purple, brown, Naga Beast, deal damage to 2 random enemies and poison them. There's a 30% chance to transform into a Basilisk. We got Impervious, Lycanthropy, and Naga Bond. We have Arcane Skull Traitstones, that's purple and brown, so you can get as many of those as you want right now. So we're going to go check out what you can fully trait with that. It's a good time to get those. So, Arc Proxy Avenger has Doom of Arachnia. Phoenix has Bless and Enchant a random ally and match 4 or more gems. Mandragora has that web, if you're super excited about that. Obsidius has Earthquake. Ferris Ra has Necromaster. Yasmin's Chosen, entangle a random enemy, matching green. Glaceon has a 65% skull reduction. It's not bad. Chernobog has the Dust Storm. Judge of... No, always click on him. Magnus can inflict a random status effect on 4 or 5 gym match. Matron Dragatani has 75% spell reduction. Daughter of Ice is an empowered converter, red to blue. And it conjures an ice storm. Anything else? Is this like a... No, it's not the one. Top of my head, just like shouting out some of them that I remember being good. That's about it. So Traitstones, double check your mythics. They don't always use it, but like your legendaries, Chernobog, Glaceon, make sure you get those. Maybe Magnus. So that was the Traitstone. Let's check out the event key drop table. That is Mist of Scales right now. You can tell because it tells you right there. Mist of Scales troops only. Mist of Scales right there. Almost have 10,000 event keys. That's cool. Mist of Scales. Let's do base rarity. Go down to M. There we go. Show all. Okay, this one is pretty good. The only problem is there's 4 mythics. So, like, the chance that you're going to get Takshaka and get 3 of them, this is why you save your event keys and you don't just throw them all the time. You want to have a good 5 to 10,000 if you want Takshaka. And I know that's difficult. Like, I only have 9,000 and I haven't used an event key since, like, Eye of Argus getting multiple copies. So I know it's difficult, but you really got to save your event key. It's like your shiny keys. You don't... Right now, you don't open shiny keys. You just save them. It's the same with event keys. You kind of just save them forever. Until you see, like, Adana or Mist of Scales or something like that. Because now, if you had 5,000 event keys, you could probably get Takshaka. But if you only have, like, 2,000, you might throw 2,000 and only get, like, Medusa or something. So, like, if you've been throwing event keys at random kingdoms, it's kind of your own fault that you're not going to get Takshaka today. But your rally's a decent consolation prize if you don't get Takshaka. But the goal would be to get 3 of these. And I know that's going to be hard. But hopefully you already have 1 or 2 and you just need your 3rd one. Or even if you just get 1, Takshaka's good with Venoxia. Takshaka has a good spell. Most people use it with Stellarix to do the create a ×3 wildcard when my turn begins with 3 of them. But, yeah, it's really good. And it's one of the top 5 kingdoms to throw event keys at. Just sucks there's like 4 mythics, so it's going to be tough. You got Venoxia as well, so that's the good thing. If you miss Takshaka, you could get Urali in Venoxia. I think that's the counterpoint to the, yeah, there's 4 mythics, it's going to be hard, you know, hard to get Takshaka because there's 4 mythic. Well, the counterpoint is, if you don't have Venoxia, if you get a couple Venoxias, that would be good. And maybe you get Urali too or something. Or even Mabasira for this week. Medusa's kind of a new mythic too, so if you really think about it, if you're like a super positive person looking on the bright side, like, you know, 3 Takshakas is the main thing you're looking for. Urali is good with Scorpius. Mabasira is good for this week. Medusa is probably the newest mythic other than Takshaka from this kingdom that was through like a campaign pass. You might not have it, so you could think positively about this kingdom. And then you got Venoxia, which you could get 2 or 3 of, and that would be good. And then you got Marilith, who's a really good mana generator. Taipan's okay, empowered converter. Bog Strider's used. I mean, you probably get it many other ways, but... So, one of the best kingdoms to throw event keys at. Top 5, but not a top 2, but a top 5. Mostly for this. Pretty good one. If you throw your event keys, you didn't do something wrong. What else? So we did Glory Shop, Traitstone, event key drop table. What else is going on this week? So today, of course, we'll be checking out the PvP and what's going on with that. I don't know. The game has been crashing. You have to do a real specific dance if you want to do your battles. which I'm kind of just over it, and I just didn't even do anything yesterday. I'm like, I'm just waiting till they fix it. I know a lot of people are like, do the battles you did the day before and it works, or if you get an error, do the other one. Or I'm just like, dude, I'm just gonna wait till they fix it. It's kind of annoying. I don't like doing a little dance just to play their game mode. Like, fix it. Please fix it. But yeah, you do, check your XP booster, do your adventure board, do your dungeon, get started on the journey event. Maybe you get started on the Underspire, buy your torches or whatever, or do your 7 battles if you're just doing the bare minimum. Get started on PvP, do your Citadel Wars if they're there, all that kind of stuff. Epic Trials if you haven't got them done yet. Tuesday, Faction Assault is... What is that? Is it, Dark... What's it called? Pits? Something? Stinky Pits? It's called Armpits or Stinky Pits. I don't know. Where's Mist of Scales? I hate how I can't remember from Saturday. And then I can't find the kingdom that I'm looking for. There it is. Dark Pits, Stinky Pits, whatever it's called. Armpits. Dark Pits. Tomorrow. Faction event. Dark Pits. I'll have a live stream tomorrow. We'll go over that. And Epic Trials. Dark Pits, yeah. Chad says I got 1 Takshaka in the event chest too. Hey, that's good. Takshaka's good no matter what. Wednesday. I think we have the little snakelet pet. It's definitely not this one. Thursday, we have Assassin class event. Assassin is decent. It's like above average. There's like an instant kill on it, like a blue storm, a purple storm. I think the only thing it's missing is like a 50% start, right? Then this weekend, we have a Fell Roost faction event. If you don't have Fell Roost done, it would be a great time to go get it done. It's getting a deep delve and a 5th troop. That's pretty much what's going on this week. Next weekend, not this weekend, but next, we have a Vault event. If you want to start opening, like planning out your opening of your vault keys. Like for me, I've been saving these for you guys. I got 40 epics and I just haven't got around to it yet. But sometime before the next vault event, we'll open these 40 epic vault keys on a live stream. But I got 40 of those and I got 175 of these. I've been opening them, so I could do 25 a day and be happy and easily get it done. So plan them out, make sure. Like if you have 500 right now, you might want to start opening some. I just like to run myself down to 0 before the next vault event so I go a little bit harder. It's like a mental gymnastics thing. And campaign. It's not... Oh, no campaign. I love it. I just don't like that little extra stupid thing that doesn't really matter that much. That just... Another thing to remember. So I'm happy when there's no campaign. I do like the stats on the last week, especially when there's magic, but... I would almost rather just not have it. And I like when we don't have it. Just one less thing to think about. Okay, so we got Underspire or PvP. Let's go do Underspire. Let me check up on the chat. Make sure you're not being bad, shooting spitballs, wadding up paper, throwing it, pulling chairs out from under each other. What are you doing? Being good or are you being bad? Hey, cool, I remembered the pet, but I couldn't remember Dark Pits. I called it Armpits. See if I missed any chat business. We got Rain Man here. We got Dez the Enforcer here. Takshaka confirmed on Switch and event chest this week. I got 1 copy, says Rain Man. Good job. Stupid Takshaka, Sana. You said this whole week seems to suck. I hope they at least fix the PvP. Mark says I got Kalika in a chest 2 weeks ago. That saved me 4,000 diamonds. Yeah, Bombot's okay. It's good sometimes, like, if you have, like, Bork and some Bombots, you can really do some stuff real quick. Like, you can get through, like, Explore 1 pretty fast if you don't have Rowan yet, but you have Bomb Bots and Bork somehow. Or if there's a certain restriction. Medusa, nice. Hey, you got it for tier 6? That's really good. That's a nice surprise. Takshaka confirmed on Switch for the first time in Event Chest this week. I got 1 copy, says Rain Man. Chad got 1 too. Yeah, Marilith is good. All these awkward names. John Fitzpatrick's here. Alright, let's make this Underspire team. Let me put a chapter in. This was Beg for Mercy's idea to do this on Monday. We moved the Epic Trials to Tuesday because we already ran through all of them, and they're already out there on YouTube. And we got the faction event tomorrow, and I don't know, I guess people wanted to see the Underspire sooner. Looks like this would be really good. We got Marilith as well. Sometimes you just throw the best troops over there. Weapons. Can't cheat your weapons anymore, so if you've been following me to where I never did that, you're going to be better equipped going forward since they fixed that now. I mean, I totally, like, if you were taking advantage of it, I totally, you know, support you for that, but just for my channel, I decided not to do that, and I think in the long run, that's going to be the best way, because I've been doing this the right way the whole time. It's not like I have to switch gears or anything. Oh, we need a weapon now, I guess. Because I like to put my hero on all my teams. Because I still got to level classes. And most people do. Got Scale Guard Protector. Probably the best one, because then we can use whatever class we want. Instead of having to use Naga or Marilith. I might even just leave it on the bottom in case I need a summon. Only thing is, this thing could get up way faster. I think. Looks like Venoxia is blocked, but this is gonna, like, throw so much mana. These two. Should be okay. So if I 50% start this, it only needs 7. And this needs 12. And the best I could do is an Anu. Alright, what are we gonna use here? We got 2 purple, we got 2 green. So we can either do Thief. I think green's the better option because this throws green up. So I'm going to go Archer. 50% start, Green Storm. And then we need to get up our mana generators. Probably purple, green. We have no brown, huh? Oop, that don't work. I think they would have ran through all the banners by now. We got purple, blue, green, red, yellow. We got everything but brown. Let's see if this works. Purple red's not bad. I think I'll go with that. Alright, let's see how this goes. Am I missing anything? Am I not thinking of something? I think we're good. And of course, you could use multiple Takshakas if you want, but I'm kind of going for that Venoxia Takshaka loop. And you can move this weapon down in the team if you want, like later on when we start losing troops. Like, it doesn't even need to be in first slot. I don't know what I'm doing. I think I should put Marilith in first slot now that I think about it. Sometimes I have to tweak my teams. That way we have like a little bit of a buffer zone in case we need to summon in. I'd rather lose Merilith than the weapon, because Merilith can't summon. So I'm going to move that before I show you the team code. Let's get our lantern. That's what happens when you make teams from scratch on the fly on live stream. Sometimes you got to tweak them. You just don't have the perfect team all of a sudden. Let's do that, because there's no reason not to. And then this thing can summon if we need a summon. If we lose Merilith off of some crazy skulls or something, we could summon something in. Mrs. Insane Witch is out of here. Alright, we'll see ya. I hope to see you tomorrow. Got a purple. Brown. Alright, we need blue. Let's get that up. This should be good pretty far in. I think this one would make it the whole way, just with the summon. Worst case scenario, you lose your Merilith and summon something in. Let me buy my torches. I did complete the entire Underspire last week, even taking a day off. I had to buy a lot of torches towards the end, but I still made it. I'm gonna buy 2 a day. And let's do like one more battle with this one, then I'll try to make you a mid-level team with no Takshaka. Which probably won't be too bad, because you can probably just do like double Venoxia. The Underspire is almost easier than the Journey event, right? Like Mark was saying, he's going to try it for the first time all the way to the 7th boss, and it's because the options we have. Even if you just have Venoxia and Merilith, you should be good. Like those are good troops. Boom! Yoke the Ham is here. There you go. I think that's going to be a good one. I can see myself using that on the 7th boss. And it's fast for the early. Alright, I kind of showed my hand, but for mid-level, I think you just double up on Venoxia, probably. Probably the same exact team, just... yeah. Once again, we're blocked. This time we could throw this on the bottom, though. So you can still catch blue. And Venoxia throws blue up. So we're really trying to get Merilith up here. We might do an Anu instead. Is our banner still good? Double purple red. Might be able to do the purple green now. Yeah, Banner of Blood. If you don't have that Warband banner, if you don't have that Warband banner, that sucks. Just stick with the same banner we had before if you don't have the Warband banner. Our class, we could still do Archer, that's fine. Let me run one battle to lock this in, and then we'll switch our medals. I want some Anu action for that Merilith. Yeah, I'll timestamp right after this. I feel like if I don't run this battle, it won't lock it in. Old habits die hard. Maybe we need a blue. A blue banner. Phenoxia should carry you if you're mid-level. Let's go get that Anu. Help a little bit. And now I'll do a timestamp. For mid-level Underspire. $55.40. You guys been enjoying the new account playthrough? It's hard for me to tell. I've been enjoying it. We're going to be playing that again on Thursday. I'm really feeling like I need to do like clips or too long don't watches though. Maybe I'll finally do that. Like, it's my third new account playthrough and I've never done that. Remember when I did the Underworld Delve Guide playlist, and it was like, it got really long and it started being like overwhelming, and then I did a video where I like broke it all down into like one 30-minute video. If you don't want to watch the whole entire playlist, like, I'm probably going to do the same thing with the new account playthrough and the beginner guide, but it's always going to happen like later. I'm not going to like, if I do it right now, nobody has a reason to watch the live streams, so maybe once we're done with the entire new account playthrough, I'll go back through. It's just going to take me a lot of time and effort. So I'll have to like re-watch the entire live stream and like write down my own notes and then make a whole nother video with a whole nother thumbnail with a... Hey, we're at the door. This one's always worth going for. You're going to go through that door anyway. You might as well do this battle. You're going to have to go do this battle at some point. It's one of them things where I like, know people need it, and I'm happy to do it. I just wish it would get, you know, get a little bit back, more back in return. Oh yeah. So I definitely don't need to do a new account playthrough. Like, I don't need to do that, but I like to do it to help people. But it'd be nice. It is fun though, and having fun is the most important thing, huh? And helping people. Alright, I always feel like once you find the door, you almost want to go back the other way. It's too convenient to find the door and then keep going to the boss. And they don't like to be convenient. Just on that hunch, I'm going to go this way. You could go by highest level. That's the one thing that might work. Like, pick the battle with the higher level. That'll definitely like take you to the next door at least. Seems to. That's the one thing I've noticed. Not a big fan of all the Underspire guides out there with all the nonsense and all the asterisks, but taking the higher level until you get to the door seems to work a little bit. After you get to the door, taking the higher level doesn't matter, I don't think. Alright, let's do like one more with this team. Yeah, I love it too, just bringing back your knowledge to the beginning of the game. You can start over and do everything the right way, and it's impossible to help beginners if you've been playing the game for 5 to 7 years. Just the game is completely different at the beginning. Like, I might even not use one of my first 5 teams from that video. I don't know. We'll see. So far, so good. We used a Goblin team. I'm gonna try not to, like, force it just because I made that video, but it just happened. Like, we got the Goblins, and the Goblins are good for beginners. Just extra turns are so fun, like, easy for beginners to... Just gives you more leeway. And if you make a mistake, you got an extra turn. And you can try again. If you don't, yeah, pretty much. And you got 3 of them. You could do back-to-back-to-back casts and really jump out ahead of the enemy, too. There's your mid-level team. Double Venoxia with Merilith, Scale Guard Protector on the bottom to catch the blue from the Venoxia, or to summon if you need a summon. Could try a low-level team. I don't know, like, what are we gonna do? Remember, if you're a low-level player, don't stress out too much. Like, get to the second boss. Maybe even use your lantern on the first boss. That's what I was recommending back in the day. If you're just doing your free torches and you're a beginner, or you're not ready to invest in the Underspire yet, and you're trying to get like Epic Trials and Stellarix and Diamantina and all that first, you might want to just double the first loop because you're not going to make it to the 4th boss or the 6th boss if you're just doing free torches. I guess you could save your lanterns if you want, but you know, everybody needs writs and those, especially if you're a beginner, you need the glory orbs, like the lowest one. We gotta take those two off for our low-level team. No mythics, no legendaries. What are we gonna do? Hex Rat. Could hit all enemies with that. Yeah, I'm thinking that should be the dude. And you can get it in the underworld, too. I'll definitely use him. And maybe just double up on it. Because you got Merilith in the weapon for your mana generation. And what else would be a better damage dealer than Hexrat? I'm not really seeing anything that's jumping out at me. In the underworld, like, you can go get it right now. It doesn't matter if you have it or not. You should be able to go get it. By the time the week is over, at least. You know, collect your torches and go get the Hex Rat. So I'm going to do that. Then it can catch Brown. We'll leave it there. But this time, maybe we'll do a Thief class or Archmagus. Let's do Archmagus for once. We're not really looping. We are in last position. Oh, no, we're not. We want the 50% start. You could take this Sudden Doom off if you want. Like, if you start getting smashed by skulls, you don't want it to backfire on you, you could just change it to something else. If you're recognizing that as a problem later on, like you're getting smashed with skulls, you're like, what's happening here? Maybe switch off of Sudden Doom. Do we have Mystics or Elementals? I don't know. Let's just do that. And then Banner. Got a ton of purple. And probably go with... could do Brown if you want, but I think I'd do one of my mana generators. Like, Merilith doesn't have anything. This might be fine. Alright, let me put a chapter in. I think this is going to be the low-level team. When I make this team, I'm not expecting you to go to the 7th boss. But you might be able to. You got to summon. Merilith should get you up pretty quick. Hexrat is okay. I just can't guarantee it. Putting my chapter in. I think Mark 2 a day is like safe. You might not have to do that on Sunday. Like, keep an eye on it as you hit the Friday, Saturday torches. Just keep an eye on it. But on Monday, you should buy 2. Tuesday 2, Wednesday 2, Thursday 2, and then you start keeping an eye on it. Like, see how far you are on Friday. You kind of want to kill one boss a day. So on Monday, you want to get to the first boss, Tuesday, the second boss, Thursday, Wednesday, the third boss, Thursday, the fourth boss, etc. So kind of keep an eye on it. If you're ahead of that, you might not have to buy as many. If you're on, like, the sixth boss on Friday somehow, of course, maybe don't buy 2 torches. Like, kind of just keep an eye on it. Buy 2. I love to repeat myself, so yeah. Trying not to do that as much. I say it and then I say it again. Okay. Got our weapon up. Heads up, 7 up. And just always pick the first enemy with your Hex Rat. Then you'll hit all enemies. If you don't pick the first enemy, you won't hit all enemies. So make sure you pick the first enemy. Got a Sentinel. I saved those. Okay? I know it's very tempting to run and just do that battle and try to get a Sentinel. Maybe you get torches, etc. But for me, I consider that a dead end until I get all the bosses. Like, if you're going for the 7th boss, just skip that for now. You can always go back to it. Like, I'll look at this. Like, once I have my whole map revealed and I'm on, like, the 6th or 7th boss, then I'll go to this map and I'll be like, okay, how many torches do I have left? And then I'll go get these. That's what I've been doing anyway. Like, I don't do them immediately. They're still there for you. So I'd rather get all the bosses than go do a Sentinel and get a minor Traitstone. I know how I am. I don't like the scratchers and the randomness and the RNG. I like to make sure I'm getting something for sure. Just my strategy as I've gone, That's what I'm doing off stream anyway. So here's another one. I'm going to skip it. It's still going to be there. It's okay. It's alright. I was wrong about going backwards, I guess, this time. It'll still be there for you. You can even buy torches on Sunday if you really want those Sentinels. Not bad. Low-level team. No mythics, no legendaries. Scaleguard Protector is available in the SOULFORGE. Marilith is available in the event key drop table. Hexrat is available in the Underworld. That's a prototypical low-level team. You can get everything right now. And you should already have it, probably. Last thing up is PvP. And then we'll see where we're at that point. If you guys... We'll see. I started like 30 minutes late, so... Alright, I'm going to run through every restriction. That's not really how you play the game anymore, but just in case you get like a Citadel War and a certain restriction, at least you'll have a team from me. If you have a diamond in a certain restriction, like, it's a little bit more important now, but... You're most likely not going to need every team from every restriction, but I still like to run through them all just in case. What is going on with Citadel Wars, too? Like, I guess we'll check that out after we do this. Hopefully I don't get a Cliffy error. If that happens, then the stream's probably going to go down. Are we still having those? Does anybody know? Are the Cliffy errors still happening? It's probably not going to happen unless I run Citadel Wars, but that would take my entire stream down because I'm on PlayStation right now. If the game restarts, then the whole stream goes down. So if anybody knows, let me know before I start going here. John, Sauna, and Dez say they like the new account playthrough. Jam Ricks is here. Rain Man's out of here. I feel you on that, Rain Man. But yeah, buy 2 a day, Mark, until you get towards like the end of the week, and then you kind of adjust from there. Yoke is here. People coming in as people are leaving. I like it. No Cliffy errors and no Citadel Wars today. Okay. That's probably why there is no Cliffy errors. The thing that causes them is not happening. I wouldn't give the devs that much credit. Alright, we got Beast. I think I do my Hatiran scroll. I think we just had this last week, right? I wish I would just save it. It's pretty annoying that they don't save it. Can't remember. Was it Bork? We got a lot of beasts in the game. Did you guys notice that? Look at that. It's still going. Jeez. I think I do my fun little... Oh yeah, then we did like a... Didn't we do like a doomed weapon maybe? I'm trying to remember my beast team. Wasn't it purple? It was something like this. Yeah. And then what? I wish I would just save these teams, I swear. I hate remaking these every single week. I can't remember the class. Mechanist? I think. We got a lot of yellow. We got yellow, brown, blue, red, purple. We got all the colors. And green would be the best way to go. Let's go all in on Bork. You got 25 gold marks today? Well, maybe that's working. I kind of gave up on Sunday. I just gave up. I don't know if it was Sunday. It was like the weekend. Once we started having Cliffy errors, I just kind of gave up. I'm like, got annoyed. Usually not my style. I'm more of a patient person when it comes to games, but it's something I already don't like that much. I don't like PvP that much, and then if there's problems with it too on top of that, and there's Cliffy errors, and it's hard to find where you're supposed to actually fight, and you don't know where you're getting gold marks or not getting gold marks, and it just starts to get on my nerves even more. And I just say, I'm going to wait till they fix it. This is a blood frenzy, right? So this should be pretty difficult. You get to see the team in real action. Live action Turtle Man. The team doesn't look too hard, but... They would have been even hard, or less hard. Less hard. It wasn't a blood frenzy. Let's see. Let's just kill him. That's my team. We used it last week and it worked last week, so it's probably going to work this week. You just got to get over the fact that Hatiran Scroll does lycanthropy gems. It's immune to it. It's fine. It's got a summon on it if you happen to lose troops. Hatiran Scroll might go on my underrated troops list that we're going to make by June 15th. Man, I got to get started on that. What is it, June 3rd? I got to at least write my list and start figuring it out. The video I promised to members only that we ran the poll about. I should probably get started on that. Because I said I would do it by June 15th. Because, you know, what if somebody became a member during that poll and I told you to come to live streams and you could become a member, and then if I take too long and then they drop off the memberships, like, I want to make sure everybody that is a member can see it in a certain amount of time. But there you go, there's the beast restriction. Got Urska. Went to do groceries. What a mistake that was. You almost threw your mouse through the room? Oh no. Okay, so we got Urska. I mean, first thing, 50% start. Pandalista's good for low-level players. You might just King Mikhail it. I don't know. Urska's not my favorite. We got all the weapons, though. So I'm probably just going to wand it, since Urska's not my favorite. You could do, Dawnbringer, though. That might be cool. Let's do that. It's going to be hard to get everybody up, though. Anyway, you could do Dawnbringer, because you got a whole yellow team. Let's do this, though. Class. Got a bunch of yellow. Maybe Bard. Banner. A bunch of yellow. Go yellow-brown. Minus purple. Let's see if this works. I mean, what else are you gonna do? You're not doing Doomclaw. Some of y'all like Theo. If you want to throw Theo on there, I guess. I refuse. I boycott it. One of these days, maybe. There's certain troops that I don't like when they come out, like Centurion, and I think I was even hesitant with Bork, but I'm like, when are you going to use Bork if you got Thrall and Leprechaun? But it works, it's good. I was very, like, it was like for one day. It wasn't very long, because he's good. Bork is good. I think it's like the uproar from the other channels kind of annoys me sometimes, because a lot of the time they're not right. I don't know why I did that when I could have took red or brown. It doesn't matter. This is working slowly. Remember, you can look at the enemy's teams if you want to see, okay, like, I don't like my team that much. Let me look at the enemy's teams and see if they came up with anything better. It's just other players making teams, so. We got Defiance? Defiance isn't bad. This person made an okay team. I'm not saying it's better than mine, but like for low-level players, there's no mythics, and mine doesn't have mythics either. I don't know where they're getting their mana generation from. There's no mana generation at all, so that's my one problem with it. You see how nothing on their team generates mana? Maybe this, but it's like a or. So I'm not loving that, but it's okay. Defiance, King Mikhail, or Sky and Crown, or Skula. Why are you making red gems? For what? Maybe we should critique people's PvP teams one day. I'll make a video critiquing people's PvP teams. I can tell you everything that's wrong with them. Creating red gems for what, sir? Create 9 red... I guess he's for the summon, but why would you totally... You have access to every weapon in the game. I'm using the Wand of Stars. You could use anything else in the game. For some reason, you're using Create 9. Maybe they think they have to use an Urska weapon. That's kind of strange. And the high-level player, what are they doing? Defiance, La Raza, Crimson Arrow. That's not even a real team. So that person didn't make a team. They just... There's no hero on it. Why would you use Crimson Arrow and these two? So none of those teams are good. The first one would be good if they had a... Instead of rope dart, they used a mana generator. I'm not saying mine's great, but theirs were not good. So there is Urska. What about yellow? Yellow's a Takshaka type of deal if you want. We got 2 yellows. Let's do that. Let's knock it out. That'll be easy. You gotta do this somewhere. Right? You're getting Takshaka this week, hopefully. You gotta do this somewhere. Banner, just whatever, like, the elemental... Think about the elemental stars, I think. So what are they, like red and blue? I think that's the only thing you need to worry about with the, I don't even know why I'm running battles. You guys have seen this a million times, probably. Way too much. Never wants to do the thing for me. It's fine, though. One of these days, maybe we'll critique PvP teams. Somebody remind me about that. I come up with ideas and then I forget. But use that for this. And then we have 2 yellows. I don't know if everybody has the same restrictions. That's the problem. Should I even be doing this right now? Does PC and like Xbox have... Do they have the same restrictions as us? Because you guys have different Citadel Wars and you vote on different things. That just like occurred to me. I feel like this might be a waste of time because if PC doesn't have the same restrictions because they voted on different stuff, if Xbox has different restrictions, yeah, just saying that, Sana. Like maybe I shouldn't do PvP anymore. Like we can play it every day, or you know some of the days, but like every day. Every platform's going to have different restrictions, so how the heck am I supposed to... Like, I'm only helping PlayStation right here. Oops. Oh, come on, bro. Paste. There we go. Do I have to run a battle to lock that in? I think I'm not going to do this. You guys want to see anything else? Like, besides Epic Trials, because I'm going to do that tomorrow. How long have we been going? Not too long. We could play for a little bit longer. I could just play the game normally now. Thanks again to Chad, Anita, Mark, Sana. Appreciate y'all. Keeping them doors open, them lights on. Probably sliding in sideways at this point. Pumping your fist. Some jelly roll. Is that his name? We're off the Taylor and onto the jelly roll. That woman that has the really weird voice. We're playing that song really loud. Sorry. Going 102. Win PvP battles. Let's go do that. 45 on the man, and it's going about 102. She has a really weird voice. No baby voice, but it's like an extra baby voice. Like with a twang. Baby voice with a twang. Alright, we got this done. I don't know why, I just do that. It just gives me an extra reason to do whatever it's saying there. So sometimes I'll do an underworld battle. Sometimes I'll run Explore when I wouldn't have normally run it. I just let this guide me for my first thing to do of every day. It's going to give you something to do that you probably need to do anyway. So, I needed to win 5 PvP battles anyway, so that's just what I do. I'm not that excited about the XP booster, but just the fact that it can make me do something that I should be doing anyway, like trying to get the Horde Mimic Mythic through Explore, or doing my Underworld battles that I still need to do, like 2 or 3 of them. Like, it makes me do things I wouldn't normally do. Say it again, dude. Okay, so adventure board time. Camelot's here. Your PS5 and mobile are different. That's what I was afraid of. So I'm not, like, abandoning the PvP because it's too hard, or I don't have enough time, or I'm annoyed with it, or anything. Because every platform's going to have different restrictions, so I don't feel like it's helping as many people as I thought it was. And most people are going to pick, like, yellow and run Stellarix anyway. You said we have no Citadel Wars today? That's something I would check on. I usually check my PvP, like one of my last things of the day. I'm showing you the order of things, how I do things right now. XP booster, then adventure board, then dungeon. Then, like, event of the day, whatever that may be. Today it would just be journey, most likely. Then I start working on, like, UNDERSPIRE. And then PvP. It's definitely something I do every day, but it's the last thing I do. It's UNDERSPIRE, you have to buy torches. I mean, PvP, you have to do your Citadel Wars, but it's becoming more important. But everything else I said you have to do every day as well, or they're not there the next day, and that's how you play the game. You don't have to get these souls, but I'm leveling a class. So I kind of, okay, it's just souls, I don't need them that bad, but hey, I need to level this class anyway, so just keep the habit. Do your adventure board. The only people that shouldn't are, you got all classes on 100, and it shows you something like souls, and you already have millions of souls. You want to kind of look at the adventure board no matter what every day. Even if you don't run all the battles. Because that top one, that changes, or that you have to do daily to get the one the next day. That's one of those things you might not know, even if you've been playing for a while. About this top one, that kill 100 troops thing. The whole mechanics of it. If you don't pay attention, you can still get it done and you don't even pay attention. It's when it throws you that kill 150 purple enemies and you don't look at it and then you don't get it done. And then it's still there the next day and now you missed out. It's good to know how it works. Just in case you get a good one. Something like kill 100 troops, you're probably going to do that even if without trying. It's kind of like a campaign task. But if it ends up saying kill 150 purple troops, you might not get it done and then you missed out. It's still going to be there the next day. And if you don't play a lot, you might be there another day, and now you missed 2 of them. Now you missed like 40 gems. Or potentially who knows how many. Because it's like RNG what pops up there. You could get the 150 thing, which is 100 gems, by the way. I think. So, best case scenario, you're missing out on 20 gems. Worst case scenario, you're missing out on 100. If you don't get those done. Because they slide to the next day if you don't get them done. And then you miss out on one. Dungeon. I'm just sticking with the same rooms I always do. I do 1, 4, 5. And I failed it, so I'm not doing it. You should do it. I have all the mythics. I have 1,000,000 diamonds. I have all the legendaries. It annoys me when I get a stupid trap, so I just say screw it. Do as I say, not as I do on that one. Alright, what's next? What would I do next? I would probably, like, I've already done some of this, so I don't know if I would do more. Guess we could fix my team. Run a couple battles. Like, this was the low-level team. This. And... right? Something like that for now, at least. Would I have my class? Titan's probably fine, right? Banner is fine. Brown, green. Yeah. So let's do a couple of these. Lock in my high-level team. Then I would go to UNDERSPIRE and then PvP. Did you guys get all your battle crashers? Did you get that done? To be completely honest, I had to buy the last one because I screwed up and missed a couple of days. It doesn't happen very often, but... Ooh, Mambasira's already not clearing it. Let's do 3 Nishas then. Let's do like 2 more here. Be cool if I can get everything done for the day. In green, you run Leprechaun 2 times, Queen Beatrix, and Wand. Yeah, I'd probably reverse all that, but I know people don't always put them in the order that they have them in, so I'm not trying to be like a technically guy on you. Like Wand, Beatrix, Beatrix, Leprechaun. Since Leprechaun's empowered, it doesn't need to be in first slot. Leprechaun 99% of the time will be in last slot. Empowered troops in general will be in last slot 99% of the time. 50% starts are in last spot 99% of the time. It's usually like you're trying with the Leprechaun, you're hoping, you know, you cast it once and then you're off to the races and you don't need to cast it again. And he's empowered, so he's up at the start of battle, so he doesn't need any mana. Same with the 50% start. Like, we're not trying to use Holy Saint Dastra. We just want her 50% start for Tesla. We're hoping we cast Tesla and win, and we don't need to cast Holy Saint Dastra. You might cast her every once in a while since she gives a little bit of, I think, armor and enchant or something, but that's on like a long battle. Purple? Purple Nurple. We could do Salamandria first, like now that we know things aren't dying and like just from a Mambasira. That way that Mambasira has less targets to hit with their 6 shots. When you get a little bit deeper, you would cast Salamandria first. Get rid of those options. She hits pretty hard with true damage too, so... Especially like right now. Once she stops one-shotting, then... Yeah, maybe, I don't know. But right this second, it's best to cast her first. If you can, because right now she's not up. But, probably get her up. Let's just get her up. Get rid of those options. Got a free little skull hit. And then Mambasira. Ooh, nice. Killed the summon, too. Nice that she keeps going even if something summons. You would think, you know, the way this game is. Ooh, let's do the 75 mile and then we'll move on to a little bit more UNDERSPIRE before we get out of here. I'd like to have everything done for the day. Mondays are the easiest for me to get everything done because we play so much on stream, and then I don't really have as much to do at night. I remember that being my goal when I first started doing live streaming. Like, I'm just going to play the game and get it done in the morning, and I don't have to play again later, but it just never happened. There's too much to do in the game. They keep adding more and more and more. Wow. Ooh, I thought she wasn't going to do it. I wouldn't worry about the stats or anything. Like, do highest miles and... Let's get our tribute. Let's go get our mail. Let's give it to the guild, too. I've been giving, like, the bare minimum recently because my gold is, like, a little bit low. Not low, but I like to keep a certain amount. And once I like to have 20 million gold. And I just did a bunch of faction. Like, I did Hellgate. I did the hardest faction in the game recently to 500. So it took a lot of my gold to do that. It was, like, millions. So that's the only reason I'm even... Yeah. Normally I would have, like, 25 million. It would go up. I would give the guild like 5 million, go back to 20, get back to 25, give the guild 5 million, you know, repeat the process over and over. Never go below 20 million. But ever since I did Hellgate, it cost me like millions. Like, that's the hardest one. I had to get it up to like Horde level 300. I'm still kind of recovering from doing Hellgate. I'm glad to have it done, though. So let's give like that much. We're getting there with the gold. I'm not worried about it. I'm just like, you know how I am. I don't want to go below a certain amount of gems. I don't like going below a certain amount of gold. When I get close to something, I get more frugal. Alright, now we'll get our mail. So it would have been redundant otherwise. Thank you, Ali, for the gems. Can always use those. I did 500 Hellgate Pure Faction. How did it go? It was hard, man. It's the hardest one. Like I said, I had to go to Horde level 300. It was ridiculous. I can go show you my team. I think it's probably still up there. I should have recorded. I think I did record it. I just didn't put out a video because I know how that goes. I've been doing this for way too long. So unfortunately, I know which videos aren't going to get views. If I just throw a random Hellgate Pure Faction 500 up, it's going to get like 100 views. And that's fine if it's a live stream, but for a pre-recorded video, 100 views is failure. 100, 200. But since you asked, hopefully I still have it up here. It's just the hardest one. It's like, there's no debate. Like, it's the hardest one. So, I got Horde 309. Like, that was probably for a reason. Like, you get 2 magic right there. And then you get, like, a power potion every 25 levels. If you go over here, it says ×5. So I did 309, which is crazy. I've never gone that high. I think the highest I've gone previously was like 200. That's way higher. That costs so much gold. Like, check it out. Just to go up 5 levels, it costs 312,000 up here. And you're gonna, if I was gonna go to the next one, it would at least be like 325, and that would cost almost 1,000,000 gold just to get to the next power potion that may or may not help. It's just like 7 to all stats. So it's really expensive, Hellgate. You might want to do that one last. I did all Furies, I guess. Deal damage to an enemy if they die, gain 20 souls, otherwise death mark them. So my thing was like, let's death mark everybody and hope we win. And eventually with all them stats and potions and whatnot, like, we were hitting okay damage with the spell too. It's like there's no good, if you look, Hellgate has like nothing good. And that's the problem. And then they can deathmark you, and you know how that goes with the AI. I was trying to use this guy just for some mana generation. Eventually I was like, I'm just going to go all deathmarks. Like, nothing has, like... Nothing's a good tank. This has nothing. It's just spell armor. It doesn't gain anything. There's no troop like gaining a bunch of armor or barrier or life or attack or anything. This just eliminates a skill from the enemy. This thing's doing weak damage to all enemies and just dying before it can kill. The only thing that was, like, Deathmark was the way I did it. And, like, picking an enemy, picking the most annoying enemy, targeting that with the Fury, but trying to get everything deathmarked first, and then take out the most annoying enemy after that. And like, if you keep reapplying the deathmark, it doesn't work like that. You gotta leave it up. So it's like it sucks. Because you want to kill stuff, but you also don't want to refresh your deathmark. It's annoying. The only thing I would maybe do is throw a Coronas on there for mana generation, but you know, you got a 50% start, you got an enchant potion, an explode potion. They're all going to get up quick, and then you're going to deathmark everything, and then you just pray. It sucks. It sucks because the troop... Hopefully they add a good troop. Like, they need... There's only 4 troops from Hellgate right now. When they do the weekend event with the Deep Delve and the 5th troop, they need to add something good. Like, this one needs it badly. A good tank or something. Or anything. Something you can put in first slot that just doesn't die so fast. Because if you do, like, all Judge of the Dead or whatever his name is, he's going to die so fast. So I don't know. I don't know if I helped you there. I got it done eventually, but it took a lot of tries and a lot of horde level. Alright, let's try to get to that first boss in Underspire. I only got 6 torches left, though. Should I fix my team? Was this it? Yeah, I think that was it. I think we did, Archer. Can he remember a team he just did 30 minutes ago? We got purple, red, minus yellow. Was there no, could do red, purple, minus brown. Red, green, minus brown. I'm gonna do that. I don't know if that's the one I did, but I like it. Let's get Marilith up, you know? I guess. I think I did a different banner last time. Yeah, I think I did a different one. I'll have to look at it. This one's not bad, though, as a second banner. You know how sometimes you read and you don't comprehend it? Well, sometimes I'd be making videos and giving advice and then forget my own advice. Like, especially when I'm reading like patch notes, I always have to go back and read them again or watch my own video. That's cool though, because I like making those videos because then I can just watch my own video and listen to it, just like you would. I'm more concentrated on reading it good and like hoping that, I don't know, like making it a good experience for everybody by not tripping up on my words and speaking clearly and enunciating, and so I'm not really all the time comprehending what I'm saying when I'm reading patch notes. I'm thinking about too many other things because I'm streaming. There's a chat. I'm trying to read. Yeah, have you ever like read a book? That's how you can tell if a book is good or not, you know? Like, I used to read the big old fantasy books, and sometimes you would come across one that you just could never get through. I just remember this giant dragon book I used to have, and it looked so cool. I'm like, dude, this book is like 800 pages. It's got like this giant dragon on the front just blowing fire everywhere. And you get inside and you start reading it, and there's like 50 different characters from 50 different places, and they keep jumping around to different people. And you're like, who the heck is this, you know? And they all have weird names, too. It's not like just like John Johnson and you know, River McPhoenix and stuff like that. It's more like crazy names that you can't remember. From crazy places, and you can't even remember what they're doing, and they keep jumping around. Like every chapter is about somebody different in a different place with a different name, and you're like, you get to like chapter 4, and then on chapter 5 they go back to the first person, but it's not even the first person. It's like a person that the first person talked to, and you're like, what? Who's this person? What are we doing here? And then you just have to like either reread it or just say, screw this book. You need to chill out on the 50 different characters and 50 different places. Let's break it down. Let's do like 2 or 3, okay? 2 or 3 memorable characters with memorable adventures and memorable places. Let's not do 50 or 15. Nipple parade? Have you noticed that most of the female Nagas have big boobies? I saw that. I was watching. I wasn't there live, but I rewatched the stream in like 1.5 speed. I saw that. That was funny. I don't know. Maybe the devs have a thing for snakes. Snake ladies. Maybe somebody has a weird fetish on the dev team. Why'd I do that? I don't even use brown, you stupid dummy. I was doing like a Takshaka thing. Or a, Stellarix. That's how much we use that troop. It's starting to make us play worse. Alright, I'd love... Here we go. Cool. So like I said to Mark earlier, it's nice if you can get 1 boss a day. It just makes sense. There's 7 bosses, there's 7 days. So here's my first boss on the first day. And I made it happen with the amount of torches that I bought. And I'm going to have 1 torch left over. You can tell you're on track if you're doing 1 boss a day. I mean, obviously. And you don't have to do Underspire every day if you don't want to, but make sure you buy your torches every day. You could do it all on Sunday if you want, but it's kind of like you want to see where you're at each day so you don't overbuy or underbuy. So it is nice to do it every day so you know exactly where you're at on a Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. And if you just don't have time, this is one thing you could just buy your torches and skip. Like if it's a very busy day, like Tuesday you're behind on your faction event, or like there's a crazy event on Friday. We got a new mythic this Friday. I forgot to mention that in the weekly preview. So we'll definitely do that on Friday. We'll do the key opening, try to get it, and then make some teams. And I'll let you know what I think, like my first impressions of it. So far on paper, it looks like a B tier mythic to me. not bad, but not good. I know I hate when I have to say that, because it feels like I'm riding the fence, but with so many troops in the game, with 100 mythics in the game, a lot of them are going to be above average to, you know, B tier to just, they have to be. I might as well fight this fight. Brian Walker's here. Yeah, I'm about to get out of here too, man, so good to see ya. I'm glad you're not in a ditch somewhere, man. I was talking about Fast and the Furious the other day, and I thought about you. Yeah, hi and bye. Where's Livewire? I think that's it. Can you guys think of anything I didn't do today? Like, am I done with the game for the day? I think I am. We got this done. Bang. That's not there. This is done. This is done as far as I'm concerned. You might do the battles if you still need mythics. You know, PvP, I might look at this and make sure. Like, there's no Citadel Wars. I didn't do as much as I would normally do, but yeah, this would be the only thing I might come back to. If I was going to play a little bit tonight, I might do a little bit of PvP, like see if I can get some gold marks from the orange diamonds. Just like UNDERSPIRE or anything else, you want to do a certain amount a day. Like, I like to do about 800 a day. 800 times 7 is 5,600. Bang, you almost get to this, and then if you get this, you get that. You know what I'm saying? You only need 5,700 to do the bare minimum. So it's about 800 a day. So yeah, this would be the only thing. And all I would do, like, I would probably chase the orange diamonds for a minute. Just to see if I'm getting gold marks or not. Maybe we can do 4 more battles here. I want to see if I get them. These are pretty quick. Oh, of course not. Oh, yeah. There's got to be an extra turn on that board. What? There we go. They put up a little bit of a fight. Let's just see what happens here. Allie's here. I said thank you for the gifts earlier. I said your name. Am I missing? I'm trying to like hurry through this stream today, so I'm probably not my normal chatty self. Tomorrow should be better. I don't know what happened this morning. Like, I just needed sleep. I don't sleep very good, honestly. And I actually slept last night. So, when it was time to get up this morning, I just went back to sleep. Usually at 9 o'clock, I am rip-roaring, ready to go, you know, because I already, like, took people to school, I've already driven the car, I already woke up and put my clothes on and whatever. Today, though, I didn't have to do any of that. It's going to be an adjustment period of me, like, getting myself up. I really want to, too. I want to be waking up at, like, 5 in the morning and just getting stuff done. Early bird gets the worm and all that. Especially it's summertime. You know, I hate where I live, and like the later the day goes, the worse it gets. Like, mornings are pretty good here because they're all inside, not outside yet. I could definitely be meaner about what I was about to, yeah. But once it hits like 1 o'clock, especially in the summer, it used to be like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, but I'm thinking it's going to be like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. It's going to start sucking. You missed the first 90 minutes? Hey, that was me, Sana. Remember when I lost my voice twice in 2 different chatathons over 3 months? I feel like that's just a thing now. Ever since the you-know-what, I feel like it's possible for you to be sick for months and, like, still not be, like, not have a not have to go to the hospital and... Like, normally, if you're sick for 3 months straight, you should probably go to the doctor or go to the hospital, figure out what the heck's going on. But I'm not saying you shouldn't, so don't... But for me, I had, like, it was just, like, very... Because it wasn't very... It was just it was noticeable, but it wasn't bad. So, like, enough to make me lose my voice if I talk for 8 hours straight type of stuff. But not like debilitating, not a fever, not like a headache, not any of that. I just had like a slight cough every morning. It was almost like allergies or sinuses, but it was for 3 months straight. Super annoying. I just feel like that's a thing now. I didn't even see what I got there. Did I get gold marks, silver marks? I could probably go back in the stream. Let me see. So what's cool about doing a live stream? You can just look at your own stream. What did I get? Oh, I didn't go through the rewards. The whole point of me doing that was to see if I get gold marks or not. I'm about to do this now. Yeah, that's usually what happens. You'll go to the doctor and they'll just say, you know, nothing. I'll give you an antibiotic, maybe. I am definitely not Dr. Mike, though, so don't listen to me. I just know most of the time when we take anybody, it's usually nothing. Except for wait longer. Get more sleep, drink more water. Do you want an antibiotic? Will that make you feel better? Would you like a placebo? It's just a thing now, sorry. It sucks. I'll take a placebo, please. Sometimes that works. Trick your brain into thinking you just got some strong medicine. Make your body think it's doing something. Drink apple juice, yeah. A little butthole kid was hitting my car with a football yesterday. I wasn't even going to mention it, but... You would probably say, oh, it was just an accident, but I have it on video, and I've watched the video, and it was not on accident. He's a little jerk. A little jerk that called me a weirdo. So I was singing about how his mommy doesn't love him. Na 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 na. Do you think I hate? I do. I hate kids. I hate other people's kids. Unless you're a good parent and you have a good kid, yeah, like, that's fine. Like, I wouldn't hate your guys' kids, because you're probably good parents. It's kids of horrible parents that I don't like. Yeah. Yeah. And I told him to go away, go buy his own house. I don't even think he lives here. That's the problem. I know of like 2 or 3 kids that just come here to wander around. They might be getting babysat, I don't know. Like, I know one kid who comes here just to wander around. He's like a teenager. And then I know another kid that, like, he must be a babysitter or something, but... And then he's bad and runs wild and does stupid stuff. Like, who would do that? Who would go to, like, to a babysitter's house and be bad in their neighborhood? Like, be bad in your own neighborhood. I got 15 silver marks. Don't. It's not what I wanted. Mark. Yeah, it's probably pretty easy to get on my nerves. But anyway, I better get out of here. Bronchitis. I don't have it anymore. That was the weird thing. Like, we did fine in the last chatathon. Like, I could have went 8-9 hours, I think. But I am going to get out of here. Like, share, subscribe, consider joining. It helps a lot. Tell your good about the channel, comment below. And I'll see y'all next time. Thanks for joining me today. Mark, Allie. It's weird. This chat's on the right, and then the OBS chat's on the left. But that's because I put it on the left. So I could put it on the right. I don't know. Juan was here. Mark was here. Allie. Sauna. We got Chad, the Clip Bomb. We got Brian Walker. We got Yoke the Ham. Got Sauna. We got Mark. We got Camelot. Camelot was here. Rain Man. Des the Enforcer. J.M. Ricks. John Fitzpatrick. Mrs. Insane Witch. Got Rain Man. We got Mrs. Insane Witch. We got Mark. We got Chad. We got Dez. Lester's Banana was here and got gifted by Sauna. You're a legend. Oh, yeah. Efley was here. Good to see ya. Building a house. Mark, thumbs up to that too. Thank you so much, man. I wish I could put it directly towards the laptop. I just can't. Anita was here. Gifted to Zing14. You're a legend. Oh, yeah. Chad with the 2. Thumbs up. Efley. Anita. So Anita was first, I think. Then Mark, then Efley? That's what my chat says. Take care, everybody, and thanks, Cinny. Spank that like button on the way out, please. Allie says, forget the dookie, wander around the house. Yeah. That's all you'd have to do is probably just hang out in front. That would get me annoyed. But I'll see you guys. I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully earlier. I really need to. Like, you know how it goes. I don't want to promise anything. It could be 10 o'clock. It could be 10:30. But I'm shooting for 9:30. And I would love to start even sooner than that. I would love to wake up at 5 a.m. and get everything else done and then stream from like 9 to 11 or 9 to 12 or something like that. But it's not happening so far. Especially today. It's Monday. It's like the first day. It's like Mrs. Cinny's off, etc. So it'll get better as we go, I think. And then if I move, I promise everything will get so much better. So pray for me. If you believe, no matter what it is, you know, pray for me, wish upon a star, ask your fairy godmother, whatever it is that you believe in, say, man, like, think about me. I'll think about you too. I know it's selfish for me to say this. Just say me a little prayer, like, man, please help Cinny move. Please help. Somebody. The fairy godmother, please. The red bird that fly, the ladybug, whatever it is. I'm not saying you have to believe in anything. So next time you speak to whoever it is, Thor, say, can you throw Cinny a little bit of extra luck or something, like help him move, please. If one of y'all out there could do that, that'd be great. And I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Thank you so much. You're the best. See you tomorrow. Peace out.